Let's take a look at capital importation figures for Nigeria. First quarter of 2022 coming in at $1.6 billion, year on year down by 17%, quarter on quarter down by 28% from $2.2 billion brought in Q4 2021. We're going to be taking a look at those numbers as well as more with Arise Business Analyst Chika Mbonu. Chika, good morning. You're very welcome, sir.
Morning.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. I'm fine, thank you. What do you make of those capital importation figures?
Sad time, sad period for our nation. Commiserate to those who lost their lives
In Ondo State.
Who lost their lives in your state or in Ondo State. There's something to smile about this result, but I'll look at the result in about 3 or 4 perspectives.
Yeah.
The first one is that we already knew that in the Western world, where the capital come from into Nigeria, just for our viewers, they usually about 2 or 3 types of capital that we would love to have or that come in.
Yeah.
The first one is the foreign portfolio investors.
Yes.
Usually these are hot, they call it hot money.
Yes.
They come in to buy shares and stocks or take the benefit of treasury bills in the market in Nigeria here. Hot short-term things. So they want to quickly go back, by the other countries. They don't stay here for a long time. The longer ones are the foreign direct investments. Those are the ones that will create jobs into the country. They stay here and build plants, industries, and so on and so forth. And of course, the last ones are the loans and other aspects. On the gross basis, as you already mentioned in your rundown, quarter on quarter, it fell by about 26%. Year on year, it fell about 27%. For almost 3 years now, the Nigerian capital importation has been on the slope, have been falling. So that's not surprising. But so the first thing is that a lot of this money comes from the Western world into Nigeria and Africa and third world. You recall, I'm looking at the bigger issues now, the macro issues. Recall also that the interest rates in these economies have been very low.
Yes.
Now, because these economies are also now fighting inflation, they have raised their interest rates in their economies. Now, once they raise interest rates in economies, it means that investors there in those countries do not have any reason to leave their economies to bring money into Nigeria, for example, where interest rates are high because they have higher interest in their countries. Indeed, the World Bank raised the issue and said that we should prepare for those outflows. So the first thing that led to this is the fact that interest rates have been raised in these countries to fight inflation. And so money has moved from our country to back to those economies to where the interest rates have risen because they don't need to leave their home countries again to come to us. That's the first issue. The second issue, and most importantly for economies like our countries like Nigeria, is the issue of the environment for investment.
Yes.
The environment for investment. Investors require comfort and confidence in the economy they're going to come into. In Nigeria, every day, every minute now, what you see is the plethora of security challenges. People are dying left and right, and so on and so forth. So you also notice that a lot of reports we have seen, a lot of investment decisions that were due to be made, moved to final decision levels, have been suspended because of the challenges we have in Nigeria. So that's also accounted for the challenges, the low figures we have in Nigeria, the issue of the local environment that's happening. The third one, again, is, I keep saying that it's a political season.
Yes.
Before the election year, we usually see this kind of thing. You and me know what has been happening in the last 1 month.
Of course.
In the foreign exchange market, especially.
Yes.
Where the currency of exchange has suddenly become the American dollar. And so the private sector people have not been able to, compete with our politicians in that market. That's also affected things. People are where they are sitting. That if you bring our investments into this place, what will happen? Principally because when they bring investments to Nigeria, they bring that the CBN rate at least a 419, 420. That other market is now almost at 600. The margin is about 200 naira.
Yes.
So an investor who's bringing his money is going to thinks he's going to lose about 200 naira per dollar. And so he's holding and waiting for something to happen.
Right.
So this also is a disincentive to investors to come into the market, the existing FX market in Nigeria. So that's another issue. The other issue that I want to bring here is the things I've been talking about in this program.
Yes.
The 36 states of the Federation. What relevance are there? Only about 6 states or 5 states, had investments in the first quarter in the Nigeria. The same thing, if you push back the other quarters also, there hasn't been any quarter that has been more than 8 or 10 states.
Yes.
So what are the other 26 states doing? And I keep calling them consumption centers, and people don't like when I say that. Most of them are consumption centers. Go to bank, share money, collect money, go and share and consume. No wealth creation, nothing happening in their states. It's even worse now during this election period. So that's another thing that's going to happen, even as we move towards 2023, to make sure that we select the right people who will help investments to come into our country.
Thank you for that, Chika. Very quickly, the aviation, the license for the Nigeria Air.
For a country, Nigeria, 200 million people, passengers in the day is about 25,000. Compared to America, it's about more than 3 million.
Yes.
So on capacity basis, macro basis, we need more planes. So the coming of Air Nigeria is good. So if they're going to bring more planes into the market, highest we'll have Nigeria maybe 30, 40 planes every day. The airlines are all so tiny.
Yes.
So Air Nigeria coming in is good. Now, but there are fundamental issues that will need to be addressed. There's so much in a hurry to activate this airline, and we hope that the foundation is right. I mean, civil engineering by training. Foundation is so key. Sometimes you can spend 3 years doing foundation, going under, to enable you 1 year go up to house. The foundation of this Air Nigeria, I hope, is right. The other two is the 49% they are given to the core investor. How is it going to be monetized? How is it going to be monetized? Are they going to become with aircraft, and what type of aircraft? We do not want junk aircraft.
Right.
If this core investor is flying 787 Dreamliner, 737 MAX, Air 220, 300, the new aircrafts, please let them not come here and bring us 737 Classic or even NG as the equity contribution for the 49%. We want first class, aircrafts.
Right on.
Now governance is critical. We want to make sure that the things that happen in Nigerian Airways don't happen here because of government involved. Capital base is very critical because that's the bane of Nigerian aviation. All of them have the 30 aircrafts we have in Nigeria can have one CEO, one head of engineering, one head of human resources, one head of operation. But what do we have? 10 CEOs. So the base is too small to carry the fixed cost of the airlines. So that is very important. The capital base is very important. The structure of operation is very important. Level playing field with other existing airlines. Now everybody is buying aviation fuel at 600 naira plus. They shouldn't have subsidized routes, and so on and so forth. So let's see as it unfolds. We will not, we will be on them to make sure that if we're going to replicate Ethiopian Airlines or similar classy state airlines, we'll make sure we achieve it in this country.
Civil engineer by training, ladies and gentlemen. Banking analyst and aviation analyst, all oil and gas, everything. All right, business analyst Chika Mbonu. Chika, thanks for joining us.